What's up, Loc family? It's Ricole back again with another video. I know, long awaited. I'm supposed to stay on top of this once a week, but life happens and I appreciate y'all's patience. Today, I want to talk about the curly ends. The first thing I want to get into is how I maintain my curly ends. Now, I do have some content on Instagram, a lot of content actually, that explains briefly how I maintain my curly ends.
Step one.
Detangling. I, however, do not use a comb. I prefer not to use a comb because I feel like it's a little harsh. I find the comb causes a lot of breakage. So what I do is I use a detangling brush. The link for that brush will be down below. If you purchase from my storefront, I earn a commission.
Help your girl out.
I use a detangling brush in the shower. When I first started my journey, I was detangling each curly end
One by one.
So each lock one by one, I was going in and detangling. That is extremely time consuming. So what I've learned is whenever I wash my hair, before I do my shampoo, I take my detangling brush and I go in and comb all of the ends out together. It saves me so much time. I, of course, afterwards go in with a good conditioner. I let that sit for about 10 minutes before I rinse it out. After the shower, I dry my hair. I apply a leave-in conditioner, do extra detangling if need be with my fingers, and if I have somewhere to be, I'll apply my mousse and do some finger coiling. On occasion, I will do comb coils on the ends if I want the super defined curls. Maybe if I have a special occasion or if I have a gig or if I have somewhere to be and I want to look super duper cute or super done up and I want my curls to be popping and super defined, I'll go in with a comb and define those curls. Now, the maintaining is done bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, I'm detangling my ends. Normally in the shower, like I said before, brushing my ends out with the detangling brush. That's what works for me. I'm about 18 to 19 months into the journey, and I feel as though my ends have trained themselves in a sense to where they don't try to lock like they used to. So the detangling process isn't a hassle. It's not hard. It's not time consuming anymore.
Hello? Is anyone out there?
The process now is cool for me, and I actually find it therapeutic. I find the whole process of taking care of my locks very, very, very therapeutic. Which I didn't have the same feeling or the same connection with my loose natural hair. Next topic is why I kept my ends curly. So although I didn't have a deep connection with my curly hair, I loved my curls. I always loved my curls. I didn't hate my hair. The thing with me is, due to my lifestyle, I'm constantly on the go. So finding the time to maintain my loose natural hair was just so hard, especially after I had my son. I dedicated my entire life to taking care of him. He was breastfed until he was 1, so my life required my attention elsewhere than on my crown, and the time that it took to maintain my loose natural hair was just too long. It was so much, it was so long, so my hair ended up just always being in a bun or a slick back ponytail. Sometimes I would do 2-strand twists and leave that in for weeks at a time. Whatever I could do to keep my hands out of my hair. So when I finally decided to lock up due to less of the maintenance, I knew I wanted to kind of honor my curly hair in a sense. I knew I didn't want to let go completely of my curls. Now, always seeing women with faux locks or goddess locks, I knew that it was possible to achieve this look naturally. The next topic is the fact that the curly ends are trending right now. A lot of my supporters like to crown me with the start of this trend. Now, I'm sure there are women with curly ends long before me, so that's why I'm a little uncomfortable with taking the crown for that trend. And on top of that, being a trend or becoming a trend was never my goal. It was never what I was aiming for. It just so happened that some photos from a photo shoot that I did in the early stages of my loc journey blew up. They went viral, as people like to say. Now, I do agree that it is becoming a trend. I've never been a person to really mind or care for trends. Like, I'm a very open person, so it's like, do what you do. All I know is that that was never what I was aiming for. I was just being me. Now, the fact that I inspire so many people is beautiful. That's the one thing that I love about this. And not even inspiring people just to do curly ends, but inspiring people to lock up, period. Because I do have some supporters who don't desire to have curly ends, who still feel inspired by me, which is a beautiful thing. And I thank you all for your support. Now, let's talk about this curly end hate, because it's real. And a lot of people find it hard to believe that I get a lot of hate for curly ends. I do. And I get a lot of hate from places that I'm not even aware of, like Twitter for one. I had someone send me a screenshot of a thread on Twitter that was going viral that had a screenshot of my video, and the person who posted it was talking about how I'm only in this for aesthetic. The thread was pretty much the general idea that people who have curly ends are only in it for aesthetic. Now, mind you, my Locspiration, a woman that I followed, still follow to this day, that I found 2 years before I started to lock up. Her name is Live Naturally on Instagram. I fell in love with her locks. She doesn't have curly ends. Her ends are blunted. A lot of the locks that I find inspiring don't even have curly ends. I've just always been a person who's loved locks. Love locks on everybody. Men, women, children. Locks are just beautiful. Period. So the fact that some people can make self-expression so negative is kind of sad, especially within the lock community. A lot of us with curly ends aren't welcomed into the lock community because, so they say, our locks don't suffice since the ends aren't locked. Or it's looked at like it's half in, half out, a half lock journey, which I think is ridiculous. As one of my main reasons for locking up was spiritual reasons, was because I wanted self-growth, I wanted maturity, and I knew that the patience and the growth and trusting the process that came with this journey would naturally reflect inwardly to myself. I wanted those benefits. I wanted the benefits of the healing and the growth that comes with the journey, and the healing and the growth, not just for my crown, my hair, and my scalp, but for my heart and my spirit. So I have a very spiritual connection to my locks. I started my locks in the time of my life where I was hitting a growth spurt, as you can say. I had just gotten into shadow work and started taking healing very, very seriously. So I highly relate my lock journey to my self-growth journey. They are one and the same, essentially. So to constantly hear people say that I'm only in this for aesthetic because I have curly ends is crazy. Another point I'd like to make is that a lot of these people who are claiming that I'm only in this for aesthetic are obsessed with retwists. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that stays up on their retwists. I'm not knocking anybody that retwists every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. But if I was only in this for aesthetic, do you really think I would go 2 to 3 months with no retwist? And all y'all know I'm a huge advocate for rocking your loose roots. So make that make sense. I'm only in this for aesthetic, but I only retwist once every 3 months. That's 4 times a year.
Make it make sense.
Just saying.
Alright, y'all. This video is a little bit more on the more serious side. But that's it for this one. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments what y'all want to see. I'm trying my best to keep up with this posting on the YouTube. I have so much going on within my day. I'm constantly busy. I'm constantly doing something. So have some grace for your girl. I'm trying. I'm gonna try harder for y'all though, because y'all are really like my family. And you have really no idea the joy that you guys bring me every single day. Every single day. We're all human. We all have our bad days. But I'm telling y'all, whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm feeling down, I just get on Instagram and just start talking to y'all, and y'all just make my day. Y'all really do. Y'all make me so happy, and I just appreciate y'all so much. It still blows my mind that I'm here. It still blows my mind that y'all just love me so much and are so inspired by me. It's unreal, and I just want to always make sure that I'm showing my appreciation for you guys first. Everyone who supports A Designs, everyone who is excited for my hair care line to drop. It's just a really beautiful feeling, and I'm not gonna get emotional, but I don't know how else to thank y'all for all that y'all do. Again, check the link in the bio for my handmade lock jewelry, as well as my Amazon storefront, where I have a lot of my hair care items that I like to use, like my hair wash basin, my brushes, crochet needles, everything I pretty much use in my hair process. So check it out. Purchase through me so your girl can get some commission. And yeah, again, in the comments, let me know in the comments what y'all want to see. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.